me just swallow open. Yeah? For some fresh air. There you go. It's not gonna make sense, but we're doing good. Are you ready? In 5, 4, 3, 2, and baby say critical.
Yeah, okay.
Because I was gonna baby.
No.
Unela people like we have a voice over our mind.
Laugh baby, I'm doing nothing.
And it's so huge, guys. It's pink.
So what does it mean?
Oh my gosh.
Is that an assumption or a fact? Is that an assumption or a fact? You have a fact. You have an effect assumption. You have a fact or an assumption, do you? Yeah, like black people.
It's a fact.
Yeah, it's not a fact. Do you have evidence? Do you have stats? Do you have research? Have you done any research? That's okay. Assumption. What do they believe?
In 5, 4, 3, 2. I'm in 5, 4, 3, 2, and when last have we done this?
I don't know.
It's been
exciting. God, I think I like the sound.
Action.
Yeah.
So, welcome back, guys. My name is Dloto, also known as in 5, 4, 3. Hey loves, welcome back to our YouTube channel. My name is Dloto, also known as Dloto, and this is my day 1, my rib. Mr.
Dloto. Hi guys, my name is Dloto. I'm so delighted that I'm part of the conversation today, and I'm so excited, to be honest. Thank you to everyone who has been journeying with us in this journey. It has been wonderful, and there has been growth, I must say, love, for what we have been doing for a number of years. So I'm so excited.
For a year, it's not number of years, it's just only been a year.
Yeah, but anyway, so thank you very much. It seemed to me that what we are doing is people enjoying it, and sometimes
Can you just take a break, breathe?
On what?
Just relax.
I'm relaxing.
Like Sabuli is the song in Pakati. Like we're just like calling at our people.
But it just tells you how I'm grateful about what we have done together. And I'm so excited, guys, to be honest. Thank you very much. Thank you to the wonderful creator. Try social influence. Are you a social influencer?
What do you think I am?
Well, thank you very much to your creativity to put this together. And thank you to everyone, Opayana, who's watching us and also enjoying our content, guys. It's wonderful, to be honest. It's really wonderful.
It's good to be here.
Yeah, I'm so excited. It's 2023. And obviously, people have, excited. Don't have cars, don't have cars.
Yeah, good.
Like udengile, like guys, it's just like udengile. But anyway,
I'm just looking at you grow. Like Anela, guys, you know him. The day ones, they know him. Anela would just literally sit next to me and just look at me. But it's the other way around.
It has never been like that.
It has been that.
But I told you, I said to you,
I was like, oh my goodness.
No, I can tell you.
And he would say, and we would sit here. That's
why, guys, I must be honest. I always tell Luti, but in order for me to be, you don't like it? Okay, so I've always said, Kuluto, in order for me to function effectively in a space, we have to create an atmosphere that enables me. Because I mean, there's a particular energy and a particular atmosphere that I'm attracted to. So if the energy and the space is arranged differently, then you won't get the best out of me. So
not about that. Okay. I was talking about opening up our channel. That's what I see.
Did I open the channel?
Yeah, you've been talking.
Really?
You've been talking.
So someone is coming after.
Let me just quickly take this. What do you want, Nana? Oh, you wanted to put this. Okay, put it there. Good girl. Can I get a hug? Can I kiss? Oh, kiss, Mama. Let me give you something because you've been a good girl.
Give mirror something nice. Give the orange one to Mel.
Mommy and Daddy are working now, eh? You're welcome, baby girl. You're welcome. Go to the room, okay? We will call you when we're done, but and just like that. So we've been trying to actually do this video, yeah, but we have to do it because if we don't, then it'll never happen.
No,
I don't know how to sit because I really want to be comfortable.
Yeah, but I think for me, I'm so excited, guys. To be honest, I think I am excited for what the year has, you know. But now I have a different understanding of the year. It's the same. It's January until December. That won't change.
Yeah.
You know, 30.
Emma, wait. I feel like I'm recording.
Yeah. So I think for me it's the same thing. So it's 12 months in a year, and it's a new year. So what does it mean? It means new possibilities. Yeah.
And then why all of a sudden was it?
I don't want no, I don't want to talk too much.
Then what have you said? What are you
Okay. Okay. Over to you, Mrs. Lengated. Yenza kaloku wena mntu wakathethi yenza talk.
Yenza. I'm trying to think what's it yeah. Too much. We want
bayayazi bona.
Academics.
Bayayazi, they know.
Let's start over.
Why?
Like
ngaka. So zena ndizi. Ayibuhlungu locinga nothetha.
But we want
people don't understand that. Dithethe, rewind kaloku ufuna uyivanze ke buyele.
Okay, guys, let's take it back to 2022 first. Okay, so let's first welcome them. If it's your first time on the channel, welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, we now are a community. You guys are also you're not subscribers. You are our community, our family members. So
yes, one day I wish I could meet all of them.
No?
Yeah, it would be nice to just meet, I hope that can happen, to meet, have conversation really that will be meaningful, you know.
And we can record that.
Well, yes, you know, because yeah, when I'm not as a space like YouTube, to be honest, I don't think it has been commercialized differently, but I think it's a cutting edge space where we have this kind of conversation. But I wish I could meet people. Like I know I've been meeting a lot of you guys.
Some of you guys
in different spaces. But I wish I could have you in one room, like sitting. You know, that would be exciting. You know, that would be taking pictures and we talk about things and also to interact. And I'm praying one day that will happen. To be honest, because that one day that will happen. Maybe we should have an event that we create. Tell me, we have to do that. What do you think?
Someone. I don't want to do anything.
Yeah, but I realize, guys, one of the things that I'm doing, Lonyak.
Look, babes, we're still reflecting on 2022. So how was 2022 for you?
2022, I think there were three things that happened for me. One was that I was able to register for my PhD EVETS. So that was one milestone that I achieved for myself. And after I've worked hard for that to happen, and you know, that writing process has not been easy. And also for 2022 was for me another exciting year, but yet painful year, but exciting. in that way that we have created a festival that we started from nothing, and because it's been a combination of ideas that I had since way back 2015, 20 whatever, that I really want to host an event of this nature, and last year was the birth of that dream for me to have national artists coming. So, and of course that brought about anxiety, that brought about fear, that brought about tenacity at some stage, that brought about this courage. 1 minute you are courageous, 1 minute you are fearful. So 1 minute you can say I can do it, 1 minute you are stressed about how you're going to do it. So it has been the combination of these opposite things that are exciting. I think for me, those opposite things make life exciting, because for me, life has not been fixed. It continued to change, it continued to evolve, it continued to become what you make out of it. And that happened to two things. And also my family, my wife, we have been growing in different levels, in different ways. One, our personal relationship with one another, but more especially a relationship with yourself, to discover, because I've seen that, baby, that many of us, we are able to spend time with other people, but we have not, I always say this meaningfully, so we have not had an ability to think about how do we spend that time with ourselves, to discover ourselves. So 2022 was a combination of a lot of other things that happened. And M17, I did well, and my career, lot of things. But one area that I think I'm still struggling to manage has always been, as you grow up, you becoming aware of who are your friends and what kind of friendship do you want to develop. Because I think, again, 2022 was an exhibition of kind of what do I say in English?
Telling us close.
No, but like, as like where you have been a friend, when you create friends, when you into friend, I don't know how to say it in English, but this year, but 2022 has been that kind of a year where there has been painful experiences around this area of friendship, particular people that you thought you are developing meaningful relationship. And I think that the thing that I have experienced about myself now, I was saying Dloto in Dobana, I am intentionally not giving away myself.
What do you want to?
So 2022 has been a year for me that I intentionally gave myself to other people for different reasons. One, other people exploited myself, in different ways. But I think for me, Glonyaka, as I'm going to talk about 2023, I'm not going to intentionally give away myself, so I'm going to be choosy. And so, I don't know, how was it for you?
2022 for me was a lot, guys. I remember I even did a video for you guys, like basically just talking about my feelings and just being transparent to you guys in terms of my studies. It took a toll on me in 2022. I'm not gonna lie. Everything was fine first term, then second term in mid-July. Mid-July. That's when everything started to just take a toll on me. I was just being too hard on myself. And I also think this thing, which he has been over emphasizing the importance of writing things down and being able to structure your life. Because I just wanted to be good in everything. And that was going to be impossible, because all of these things, they required certain energy, certain mindset, certain, just everything just needed me to be there 100%. Me being a mother, a wife, And this thing of me in their business where I would be booked now and then by certain individuals, abafuna benze makeup, being a YouTuber, a full-time YouTuber, let me emphasize, a full-time YouTuber, you know, it was just a lot. And then again, studies, kwabako group assignments, and I believe, guys, and I'm not really good at all. I know this about myself. I'm really not good working with groups. So I had opportunities where I worked with individuals, where we were grouped to do assignments, and it used to take a toll on me a lot. But it also taught me certain values about myself, and it made me to actually be proud of where I am, and to look back and to be able also to be honest with myself, to know what are the things that I was doing wrong as well, because a lot of times we slide as nyezi, the things that we do wrong. Like for instance, I would do things in the last minute, and that brought pressure on him now. And Lena did that I wanted to be a YouTuber full time. I also wanted to be a mom. You know, I didn't have a balance in the detail which says, okay, this is how I'm going to schedule my day. I didn't have that. I would just wake up, and then if I thought of cleaning, I would do that. So I think that contributed to some factors of me, I don't want to say depressed, but it did bring about habits, and it also brought behaviors as disorientated money, you know, because I would also complain to my husband for not assisting me, whereas ndimo umuntu who did not schedule izinto right. I would just randomly, if ngifuna clean and I want to do spring cleaning, and then and then I would point fingers, you know, things like that. I wasn't structured kakuhle in 2022. And with that being said, I also want to say it was also a wonderful year of amounts of opportunities that came from brands. Unfortunately, I cannot name them because of purposes, as it was on emails that I am not allowed to actually say the names. But there were a couple of brands that wanted to work with me particularly, and I got an experience. I remember because I knew what a rate card was. However, it is so difficult when a company comes to you or a brand comes to you and they say, hey, this is what I want you to do for me. And they structure what they want you to do, but they don't give you the amount, and they ask you, how much are you going to charge? That for me was very difficult because I didn't have experience on how people charge. And also Lendo Anele used to say that you need to make friends who are within what you're doing, and I took that for granted because when the time came, I didn't know who to call. But thankfully there was Unos Bele Kamban, who's our close friend, where I would communicate back and forth, you know. And unfortunately I did none of the campaigns, and that was because, and I'm gonna tell you why. One was being brands, they take advantage of small influencers, so I say micro influencers, where you've never worked for a brand, and they will, if you say the amount, this is the X of amount I'm charging you, and they say, unfortunately, this is what I'm willing to, but they know that they're undercharging you for whatever reason it may be. And even now, you even gave them a discount. So I had issues like that where I ended up not doing work because certain brands would not want to pay me what I wanted. And not because I was just on top of the range. That was a minimum fee. But because of, like I said, they've never seen my work, and what else? Maybe mhlawumbi because I've never worked with many brands, and then they can just do as they please. And then secondly, other things were because of I was not around these areas, Durban, Johannesburg, and Cape Town. Therefore, I could not do or work with these brands. So it was a lot for me. It was a lot for me. I don't want to lie. I was disappointed, because I really worked really hard last year and trying to put myself out there and my brand out there, and omnye umntu would become impatient. But I saw God in everything that I was doing, because for the mere fact that brands would want to work with me, it showed me that I had an ability and there was something a bit distinct about him. So I should just push and just do what I'm doing. And so I think it was one of those things of, Uanele says to me, Dloto, brands, they will always be looking. And when you must just do your work and just enjoy it. So when that is because you are aiming to get promoted, you are waiting for someone who's going to applaud you. Just do what you love, and brands will come.
I think for me, for me, there will always be brands that will want to come and work with you, because I mean, why they always think they will want to work with. In fact, they want to make sure that their brand or product is able to reach maximum, viewership, maximum, everyone.
Yeah.
So they will always want to come to micro and macro influencer. So they will always come. So now I've always said that why are you doing this?
Yeah.
Really? Because I mean, if you focus on the end product, then you're going to miss the beginning of the product. So for me, your work is creating value on its own.
Yeah.
So the work is not validated by
what are you doing?
by brand.
Oh yes, coming to me.
But of course, if they come to you,
thing.
you feel good about it. You affirm yourself. Oh, okay, But that's not. It's like when like, okay, let's say when you know that you are Ronaldo, you're not validated by Adidas.
I hear what you're saying.
Because you are already Ronaldo. So build your work, and the work will also attract those brands. And I think for me, there's something that I think is important. I think whatever we do, I think for me has always been creating a community of I think I always say this, the hub of convergence. So people that are within the space that you are working in.
Yeah.
You have to create those networks, because you are going to feed from one another. So so I think something that we are trying to do in different ways.
But again, let me also say this. It's not easy creating relationships with content creators, because they have a lot of attitude. That's another thing that people don't understand. Because I would watch videos of Manyaman, and then they would say, can you please collaborate with Umdu? The first thing is, you find that these people are not who they like. For instance, the one that you see, the bunny person, is actually not the one. I don't know if I make sense. But they have different attitudes. And you think to yourself, Haibo, this funny person,
But I'm saying that yes, but I think
so. It's not really. It's difficult. It's very difficult. Let me just put it out there.
But across everything that you are doing, we have to create. I think for me, Glonyak Peleyo has been a starting point of that.
Yeah.
Where, like if you start something, you have to look at that space and also, do something in that space and create the hub of convergence, people with a similar interest, similar value. I think for me, it's always difficult to work with people, because it's this idea of competition. Who has who in America, they always say this like viewership. Like if I work with Dloto, and this is what I'm gonna get. If I work with this one, what are you gonna bring on the table, and so on. People look at that way. That's the space that people are into.
Yeah.
But I'm always attracted to a space of ideas, even if people are not, known. But like for instance, when I was in Newcastle, going to my family, another thing, Glonyak Pele, and coming back this year, was the fact that you interact with normal people. Like ordinary people with less education. They are not educated, but there's a kind of sense of worth of knowledge. in their space. So I was sitting with Vusi, I was sitting with Uspiso, I was sitting with a lot of other people, and also discovering the fact that, you know, I have discovered that those who talk too much know nothing. Those who don't talk, they know a lot. So you got to be able to think about learning yourself into the space, and you know, learning yourself into the space, listen to other people. Even if you think about, hey man, I'm very educated, you'll be surprised how less you don't know. And we're coming mellow, and that's the beauty about life, trying to balance this too. Like I was in Newcastle, in a very remote area. Like there's nothing I could do there but uvuka, uvase, uke, and communicate. There's no TV in that house that I was in. Of course, we had internet, but mostly you were talking with people that you are not familiar with, and also thinking about that, you know, this is Zulu culture and so on. So for me, there has been a lot of learning. That's why I'm always drawn to spaces of learning. That's why I always like learn and also listen to different videos, because knowledge is said as power. But you know that knowledge must be implemented. Then, you know. So yeah, for me it's a beautiful thing, like going to from driving here to Durban. Was an exciting.
No, but we drove from here to Port Edward.
Yeah, so it's KZN. Port Edward is KZN.
I don't know.
It's part of KZN. Yeah.
But we drove from here to Port Edward.
Yeah, in KZN
and
province.
then from Port Edward, we drove 1 hour and a half to Durban.
Yes.
And then the following day, then we slept. Then the following day, we drove from Durban
to Newcastle for 4.5 hours.
Yeah.
So it was a wonderful experience. So, but for my take, what I've seen, and also I think people must then begin to think about it. It's not prescription. It's like you think about it. Okay, so what is it that I'm going to be bringing into this year rather than the year bringing to me? Because there's nothing this year will bring to you. You have to bring something. Now I'm thinking about trying to improve the way I'm thinking about. So changing the mindset about how to structure my finances, changing the mindset of how I manage relationship, changing my mindset about things. So I'm doing that kind of work to learn to change my mindset about things, because I mean, opportunities will always be there, but how do you begin to tap in them? It's the mystery that people don't understand, because the mystery is, it's like we walk in this life with opportunities. It's a corner, but we are unable to see the signal, because we are not taught how to do that. So I'm not waiting for me to be honest with you this year now. I'm not waiting for an opportunity that must be created by someone, or a door that must be opened by someone for me to enter. No. I am creating those opportunities for me. So when I told you Isol, I really want to buy myself is shirts. Is about now an intentional configuration of how I want to present myself to other people. So I'm taking an intentional. I don't know what's the English. No, I'm doing intentional. This I want to present myself this way, so that I'm not allowing people to confine how I should present myself. Because I've done that a lot of time last year to try to be everything to everyone. It's not going to work, because that makes you not being on a spine. We always say that you have to have. You must be truthful. You must be honest. People must know your view, and people must begin to understand whether you agree with this one. I don't agree with this one. So we have to be fluid, changing all the time. So I'm intentional this year. As last year, I tried, but I didn't do it well around different things, because primarily when we were doing the festival. So there were a lot of fluidity in that, because it was a space that I've been working in. When I finished my degree, I worked with Imbizo events. I knew how that space is, but it was difficult when I had to do it, because again, it's a different thing, And so it's a year of learning for me. Yeah.
Yeah, and I really don't want to put pressure on myself, but there are certain aspects in my life where I want to work under construction kakhulu on, like le bendiyithetha, like not letting umsebenzi ade afikelele on the last day. I really want to work on that, not doing into zamo and not being structured, you know. And this thing, the importance of writing, I'm learning, even though I'm still writing on my note, on my phone, but I want, because last year one thing because he had hopes, and he also wanted me to start reading, because yeah, it just opens another mindset in the. I know the importance of it, but still it's very hard for me. So those are the things that I want to do more up to 2023. I want to write more because I've got brilliant ideas.
Yeah.
I'm very smart.
You know, I was just thinking about
You
it.
know,
Sorry to disturb you.
And I want to start writing my thoughts down. Even, yeah, just want to write my thoughts. Simple thing. I don't want to like these stretch it out in the ends, be complicated, but I want to start writing my ideas, my thoughts down, and structure my day. Structuring my day, you know, a long term, because starting with my day. How do I want my day to go about? And there are a lot of new changes and as I was born on this channel also. And another thing that I wanted to talk about is my relationship with my husband. Last year there was a video that we did for you guys, and it was just a small video where we drove on a public transport for 3 hours. When we got to a we called this guy, like, baby, I'm here. And he says to me, no, but he first didn't say that. He said, home affairs, please give me some time, and if you are who you want, you can take an Uber and come here. And I really interpreted Lando in a very bad way, because I was like, oh my goodness, did I drive 3 hours? You knew I was gonna come here, you know. And then it ended up being something, and then I feel shame not bad, because now on my side, my side, and I'm not thinking about he's very close to getting what he wanted, you know. I'm just only thinking about the fact that I drove all the way, and I allowed my emotions. So it's another thing that we don't really fight, no, Anel, to be quite honest. And I know it's like a taboo to say that, but we don't really fight.
But we do fight on ideas.
Wait, I'm not done. I'm not saying we don't fight, but I've never had. And it even shocks me, and I become so bad. I wanted to document it because I become paralyzed when we begin to exchange dead guys, dead. I cannot function at all. I become this baby. I start crying because we're not people that like fighting. Now you're tiny peace, now I like peace. And when we do fight, it's always about hurting each other's feelings more than trying to sort out what is happening. But that's what I've seen.
But I don't see it that way. I'm seeing in such a way that we are raising complex issues. Mm-hmm. But what is happening, I've seen, was that, okay, here is an issue that we are raising. Mm-hmm. Here is my thinking playing issue. Mm-hmm. And we are not yet trained to manage complex issues that we are raising. Mm-hmm. Because ordinarily we won't want to hurt each other. Mm-hmm. You know, but I think it happens when we exchange ideas and how they are communicated, and sometimes that becomes hurtful because what you say is not intended to how it's interpreted. Yeah. So sorry guys. So it's about how we manage those complex ideas, you know.
I like when you say we have not been trained. So it's things that I want to learn to listen with understanding more than to listen to answer what you are saying now. That's because is that because when the conversation is still heated, a lot of times we don't hear each other. But he wants to make his point because this is what he's thinking, and namo. So it is good when I say that at some point we do have an element of exchange our thoughts. There is an element iyavuke arrogance, kuvuke nokwazi kakhulu, to a point whereby even though you were not intentional about hurting umuntu, because of in this moment you don't have time to actually think and articulate kakuhle lento ufuna uzibuze now, because indaba yoku differences is also trying to not being petty and not trying to uvisa omunye umuntu kabuhlungu. You put that yourself in the person's shoes and uzibuze wena, if babe bese right, would I say it ngelhlobo na? That's just only what, yeah, I don't know, but that's basically what I want to do more this year. Because amongst ukungavani ngoku, at the midst of this thing, also uhleli and think about how you said it out, then you find that no man, I could have said it ngehlobo elithile so that ingazo come across ngelinye uhlobo. So I think kulonyaka, more than just wanting to respond to whatever that I feel at this point in time, I'd rather want to take a breath and just rethink before I utter, because words last forever.
I think again you have to understand these two things. Whenever we communicate on saying issues, there is what I believe there's a statement of truth.
Obviously.
And again, another another thing that says truly stated. Those two things are different. So sometimes that, okay, this is a fact, or this is a belief, this is my opinion, and so are we driving argument based on opinion, which are not grounded by anything, just an opinion, which is there's no facts, there's no evidence, there's nothing, or are we driven by facts, evidence, experimentation, results that are scientifically proven? So now I want to move towards the fact that it's a fact. Here is it. Here is an evidence. It's not my opinion. We start from opinion to move into a fact. So if I want to have a discussion with someone, I really want to move away from fact, opinions, what I think, more into facts, results, evidence-based kind of thing, so that we can know about this is a general convention. It's not something that I feel. I don't know why I'm saying this.
Yeah, but that's basically it. And then moving to last bit that I wanted to talk about is in about your finances, zethu. Like, I think last year was a moment of me to splurge. Like last year I splurged, guys, like a lot. I did a lot of splurging, and then kwabetha unyaka where the year was ending and I wanted to do things for myself. If I could tell you the honest truth that I can't sizithengele kwa nto ngo December. Like in December we couldn't buy ourselves. Let me not say we didn't. We couldn't buy ourselves indices funuzithenga because there was no money to spend. Which drives me to this year I want to start being mindful of what I'm spending on. Lonyaka siuqale kakuhle, and we have our minds on this thing of saying, okay, I'm not going to purchase things that I do not need. And if I don't have money for yona, then andizolithenga. So lonyaka mna, I'm talking about me. I'm not talking about my husband, I'm talking about me, because I saw that a lot of times last year I wouldn't even go walk in a grocery store with Ilando's a list. I didn't have a list. I would walk into a store. If I saw a flower that I wanted, if I wanted a scented candle, I'm gonna need that I won't buy. So I want to change Londo, because I got what I wanted, but at the end of the day, when I sit back, because we used to save a lot. And we would still have money. Not that we spent last year, but I think I could have done a better job as a person, because my husband, when he gets paid, he's always like,
Sorry.
Okay, sorry.
Wait, madam. Wait, don't touch it. Don't touch it.
We shall continue.
I think you would splurge in Mali.
Yeah.
I think I don't have a problem on finances, to be honest. I really don't. I've always been, for me, saying the same thing that Dloto is saying. Been, you know, so it's not a a blaming game, but I think it's about that kind of mindset changing. You change the mindset. I mean, yeah. So I don't have problems with finances. I'm a very good. I can save money. I can be able to spend money well. But sometimes we get distracted by other things that are not important at the moment. So you have to ask yourself, what is more important and what is more urgent and what is more significant whenever you spend money. So I think we will do great this year around the issue of finance and planning and enjoying money and using money effectively. Because I mean, if you don't have a budget, why are you spending? Like, I'm trying to understand it. If you don't have a budget, you say, okay, here's my budget. I've been saying this game like for 10 years.
I think when not 10 years, I will quite go 10 years.
How many years? How many years?
7
years. 8 years. 8 years. Remember, 8 years.
I got away.
Yes, 8 years. So I've been saying the same. Now I know these things, how they work, to be honest. I say the same thing. Create a budget. Tell yourself that this is the range that you're going to spend. Go to the shop knowing exactly what you are lacking of in. Write it down. Oil, flour, eggs, sugar, blah, blah. And then you compare in these 3 shops. Pick and Pay, Woolworths, Checkers, Spar, and ShopRite. What? You do that?
Do you buy a ShopRite?
No, I don't buy a ShopRite.
Exactly my point.
But I will buy in ShopRite. There's nothing wrong.
I'm not saying there is something wrong.
But you can compare.
ShopRite.
And that information is easy because you are going to just go to internet and say, okay, look at the catalog. Okay, here's. Then you make a decision. Okay, I'm going to buy that and so on. So those are the things that we have to learn to do. And
I want to take breaks, guys.
On what? On what? On what?
Like in front of the break.
On what?
Anyway.
It's fine, you have to.
This thing, look, you feel guilty sometimes. That I felt, you know, this.
If you
could
listen to me.
You know, when you're tired and you don't know. Calm a bit. You're not talking about long.
If I can listen to me.
You know, I had this thing. You're sort of guilty. If I don't pitch up, it's like
But I told her.
Doesn't matter. We're not talking about that now. I'm talking about me. It's not about you.
Okay. I think we're done.
So, yeah. What I'm looking forward to, new brands. And I know you guys are watching me. Use me now. Because I'm still less cheap. Because if you wait...
I don't cut.
But otherwise, I'm looking to growing my family this year. Saving more, Klonyaka. And indlu yethu being complete Klonyaka. Those are the things that I'm looking forward to because, and me going to my 3rd year Klonyaka. This is actually the 2nd last year because next year, done. So I'm looking forward to classes, to new challenges, new groups if they are going to be new groups. And I'm just going to be not too hard on myself. I'm just going to do what I can. And not the full 90%, whereas I know I can only achieve 85%. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that's what I want to do because the reason why was because I would always achieve 1, 2 distinctions. Sometimes only 1 distinction. You know? But so, it's a good thing to challenge yourself. But don't be too hard because... just be realistic.
I think another thing that something I have seen is that if you work now, like the same thinking that has always been said to us when we opened school. We used to laugh. This guy is crazy. Imagine this guy. So if you apply that philosophy in everything that you do, you will laugh in December. So because that thinking is working. So work hard now. Like for me in December, I was in holiday, but writing the entire December and writing. Now I'm saying Lonyaka, I'm also going to go back to the gym because I've been paying for a gym that I've not been attending
This is
to.
6. I can't even believe it's 6 months.
For 6 months, we have been members because Lando yokwenza into without. I was always saying to Dloto, whenever we do anything, start from the end to the beginning. So it's a complicated way of thinking about things. To be honest, is to, don't do things because are fashionable because you want. So now I told myself, I want to go to the gym, not because of I want to have 6-pack, but I really want to go. And I did at 7:30 today until 9:30. And that will, I've in my books, I've written which days. I don't want to communicate with no one. And for no ayazi, because and for but discouraged and for tini, the ayazi band if we get 7:30. The one the resources to your sam, the pagama and being called and the nangaki. And funwa yena abesithi must no quail and again. So it's about changing the mindset, guys, to be honest. And so the jazz is song umuntu othina ifuna ujima abantu ndindele kwathi no.
Guys, please be on the lookout, ne? If you've watched this video up until this far, please. It just shows how much you love this channel. Baby, what are you doing about
Yeah. I like to do that.
Please don't. So please make sure that you do subscribe. Put on a post notification so that you can be updated every time we post. It's about to get nice here. Things are gonna be nice. Are gonna be spicy this year. Because Mom Nandi will be posting. We've decided to post every Tuesday, Thursdays, and Sundays. So we're only gonna be posting 3 times a week, which is a huge thing. And we're gonna be sitting down again. We're gonna do more of these sit downs with you. We've got so much from this guy, so he's gonna be leading the conversations and it's gonna be so nice. I hope you guys will enjoy. Even our vlogs, they're gonna be longer. It's just gonna be nice and there are more surprises. Please stick around, okay? We love you guys lots and we're gonna end the what you like? It's so funny because you're like babe.
I don't understand what's wrong with you.
Don't do that. But we're gonna close the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed. Are there any last?
I think for me is that you have to just enjoy the year and enjoy yourself in this year and also love yourself and just do you. And people will always have perception, they will have beliefs, they will have everything about you. If you want to mind. If you don't want, I don't mind. Just enjoy yourself.
Yeah. And when
From like
no way out.
So guys, I'm looking for a second wife.
Yo,
so if you corner up on YouTube, I'm willing to have this thing. So if you corner up on YouTube, you can number I am don't Facebook inbox first when I love you.
Love you guys. Okay, let's vlog the video. It's not a vlog. Guys,
thank you.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, love you.
Love you.